had to say, and of course she was super viral on that. So we did cut a clip. So yes, girl, I'm obsessed. Want to bang?
Oh.
Don't compare yourself to me. We're not.
Good evening and welcome back to Anthony's Check-In. It's Saturday night. So what happens on Saturday night? I just watched this Maple Leaf hockey game. And I'm telling you, they played really well. They played good, but things got a little bit sloppy. And they ended up losing. And hey, that's the way it is. You know, I watch the Leafs. I enjoy watching them, even if they lose. So that was it. So now, just hopped into my studio here. Just make some adjustments. I got a different chair. It's a little bit higher. So let's see if I see me on OBS here. Yeah, so you can see my name in the background and all that stuff, right? Okay, so I came along this video by this conservative girl. I'll call her. Let me see, because she has a weird name, so I'll call her. What should I call her? I'll call her April. Make my life simple. So April, she speaks on a lot of. She was on PragerU, and she's more on the conservative side. So these clowns on this talk show here, they have a show. They're talking. They're saying how they destroyed her on some debates and whatever it is, and this this girl here says that they look alike. I go, like a little bit, but she's much more cuter than her, and that's what my opinion. Anyway, so let's see. I'm gonna back this. I'm gonna back it up from the beginning, and we'll get the whole intro started. So we are manifesting debate all 2025 long. Okay. Amala. Okay. Anyways, yeah, that's the way you say your name. So, anyways, let's get into it.
B, honey. The comments are about to light up right now. Oh my God.
Amala Ekbu Nambi was someone that I destroyed in a debate.
I didn't know who this bitch was until she made a video about me.
Damn.
'Cause she's just obsessed with me. Amala, you could never?
No.
You could never?
Oh.
Don't compare yourself to me. We're not sisters. We're not friends. I don't with you. You are an Aunt Jemima.
Right off here, the distastefulness and the hate that's coming out of her mouth. I mean, fine, you could have difference of opinion, but like, you don't have to be so hostile. But that's liberals. They're hostile. They're bent out of shape.
My ass bitch. Or you, bro.
In my opinion, I think she's a snake, and I think that she cannot uphold her own. So I would watch firsthand in front row you destroy her in a debate.
She's a grifter and her fits are whack. You're basic as fuck.
Yeah.
I would like to see that debate. I don't think that none of them would have a chance against her. She's pretty quick, and you know what? She's based. Once you stick to your basic stuff, these people will like melt.
She is. is.
All right, guys, I've been made aware that a group of people got together and began to talk shit about me, and luckily it was filmed and posted on the internet. So we're gonna have some fun content today. Now, this video is from the Transparency Podcast. I think it got a total of 303 views on YouTube as we're speaking about it now, but many people, I guess, have clipped this moment where they're talking about me and posted it on other platforms. So I've seen some TikToks circulating. I've been getting tagged quite a bit, so I figured, you know, I got time today. Let's go ahead and respond. And you're gonna see some familiar faces. You know that trans guy that got like wildly upset at Ben Shapiro and flipped the chair around to talk to him? He's gonna be here. That one girl who didn't really hold her own when she was debating Charlie Kirk, she's in this video as well. And then Blossom. We all know and have feelings about Blossom. I appeared in a middle ground with Jubilee where Blossom was on. We debated one another. I then invited Blossom onto my channel, which has been brought up in this video yet again. So we have some receipts on that. And they decided to bring me up because, as you all know, the girl who debated Charlie Kirk, if we want to call it that, looks kind of like me. Like, let's be honest, if you have two eyes and they're working, we look alike. So I think that is what sparked this conversation, and it's a fun one. So let's roll the clip.
You know where I'm about to go with this.
Do I?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
You know,
Oh my God, Blossom, no.
I have
I
to
wanna
say
know.
this, and this is a very opinionated show, by the way, so everything we say here is our opinion.
That's fair.
You remind me of this conservative
I know
Gen
where this is
Zer who
going.
I demolished in a debate named Amala Eknambi. Honey,
The comments are about to light up.
Amala Ekbunabi. Okay, you know what? I can't be upset about that. My name is very confusing, and it's been mispronounced in many a million ways. So I'll allow it. Ekbunabi is a new one, but I'm cool with that.
Right now. Oh my God.
Amala Eknambi.
Apparently, I got demolished, guys.
Apparently.
You guys didn't tell me I got demolished in that debate. We're gonna have to talk a little bit more about this, I think, as it comes up further. But let's see what the Charlie Kirk debater girl says about it.
Someone that I destroyed in a debate, in my humble opinion.
She's gonna watch it and she'll be like, oh, gotta make an edit.
Whew, clocked, 100%. Your radar's on. I had time today.
All right.
Have you ever been compared to Amala Eknambi?
So I didn't know
Pronunciation.
who this bitch was until she made a video about me.
Damn.
'Cause she's just obsessed with me.
No.
Yeah,
And
she's
she
a pathetic
compared
thing, in
us
my opinion.
in the video. And honestly, I was so freaking pissed. Amala, you could never?
No.
You could never?
I'm sorry. Guys, let's be for real right now. Do I need to put her in full screen so that you can see that we legitimately look alike? I mean, anybody with eyes. You guys were telling me this, and I was getting tagged in this when the video originally came out because we look alike. So if we're just going to be logical, we can put that out there and say that. I don't know why you'd be upset about it. Now, as far as making a video about her, I think we did an entire live where we responded to some of the things that these people debating Charlie Kirk had to say, and of course she was super viral on that. So we did cut a clip. So yes, girl, I'm obsessed. Want to bang?
Oh.
Don't compare yourself to me. We're not sisters. We're not friends. I don't with you. You are an Aunt Jemima ass bitch. You are
Oh my gosh, and I just asked her to bang, and she doesn't with me. Gosh, damn it.
you, bro. And if you want to keep talking about me, you should come and talk to me. I would love to debate with you. I think that would be such a cute Kiki. Okay, Pookie? But I'm so done with her.
That's so funny. I wonder if she's serious, because of course that, like, with leftists who are upset about something you've said or something you've done, there's like this underlying condescension where you're like, are you really being real with me right now, or are you really willing to debate? Because you're welcome on the channel anytime. You can pick the topic, and since you're very upset about something I've done or who I am to some extent, please go through my videos, which it seems you've already done. Find a topic that you're particularly perturbed about, and we can have it out and we can debate right here on this channel. You are welcome anytime, even with the attitude. You're welcome here.
This web app can visualize your weirdest ideas. It's called Chatbot app. So I'm typing homeless Mario. Oh, it's crazy. Now,
I hate that
it.
girl.
I'm buying
She's
it.
a grifter. First of all, she used to be a Democrat. She switched over for the money.
Yep.
I know people calling me broke. That's the brokest shit I ever
Uh-oh.
heard.
Oh my God.
So here's the
Wait,
thing.
isn't this the one where you made Buck Angel cry?
Yeah, but Buck Angel had no tears.
Yeah, right here.
I kid you not. Buck Angel
Right
had no tears. So here's my side of the story. With this particular episode, originally Amala had asked me if I would debate other trans women on there, conservative trans women. I was like, sure, we just did the episode. So literally maybe like a day before, she switched it up and brought Buck Angel on there. So I wasn't fully aware that he was on there.
Which is a completely different
Which
debate.
is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
The thing-
Okay, let's pause the video. There are a few things to address here. It's interesting that they refer to somebody who has changed their mind as immediately grifting or doing something for money when we know, like on both sides of the political aisle, there's plenty of money to be gained with whatever political affiliation you have. You can make bank doing this in whatever way you see fit. And it just goes to show that if you think somebody changing their mind or becoming more conservative when they used to be a Democrat is an immediate grift, like something's askew. Either your brain is not calibrated to understand that people change over time and that their minds change, or you are so oriented towards grifting and maybe seeking out validation and other things for your political opinions, and then you're projecting that out onto other people. Those are just a few of the conclusions that I can come to with that accusation. But we're going on like what? In 2018, I sort of realized, maybe the Democratic Party is not for me. Maybe I'm not a leftist, and we're in 2024, babes, nearly 2025. So, I mean, I'm dedicated to the grift, I guess. And you know, people change their minds all the time. I never look at somebody who is conservative and then becomes a leftist and I think you're grifting for money, even though they may find success on the other end of that. They may build an audience on the other end of that. I'm thinking, I'm genuinely interested about what life experiences you've went through that have led you to this other bit of ideology, because that's what these ideas are about at the end of the day. It's about our personal analysis, our own experiences, and how they orient us towards certain political affiliations. And I'm non-affiliated at this moment in time, although I would say I'm definitely right of center. So it's just interesting to hear this grifter accusation. I do feel like it's something that a lot of people lean on when they don't necessarily have an argument against the things that you've said. Because thus far, I haven't heard a particular statement that they are upset about. Now, Blossom says that she was invited onto the show under false pretenses. She had no idea that Buck Angel was going to be on the show. Now, this is a lie that Blossom has thrown into the world on many an occasion after coming on my show, and I have to think that it's because she wasn't particularly happy with how the video panned out. But for those of you who need it, full screen, here are the receipts, because we had to address this in another video. You'll see here, Amala Epinobi, I'll be in touch, and this is me messaging Blossom. I said, hi Blossom, it's Amala. I wanted to talk about getting you on my show. Are you still up for that? And Blossom is like, hell yeah, I'm up for that. Hope you're great. Yes, absolutely. Now, in the very next text, I say, great, I will start a group chat with you and my PR person to coordinate. Shout out Sabrina. Sabrina's the bestie. And I said, we are going to have Buck Angel on as well. And Blossom says, okay, perfect. Even after the show, when she came in and filmed and everything, I took photos of Blossom and Buck and the whole experience and sent them to Blossom. Because we had a very amicable, like, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you, like, sort of coming into the lion's den in a sense of being willing to be on a show where you don't know exactly how things are going to go. And I imagine some people would think, oh, maybe I am going to be attacked, especially with how woke ideology is being, propagated throughout the world these days. A lot of people constantly think they're being attacked. I wanted to make it the most amicable environment possible. Let you know at every turn who's going to be there, what we're going to be talking about, and to have that flipped and to have somebody lie on the other end and say that I was creating an environment that, let's be honest, would be pretty harmful. If I reached out to a trans person and said, I want to invite you onto my show for a very amicable conversation or maybe a heated debate where we go back and forth, and I didn't let them know who was going to be there, and they genuinely felt like this was a surprise attack of having an antagonist show up after you've been invited somewhere under false pretenses, that'd be pretty fucked up. That's a pretty wild accusation to make about somebody. But you guys know, we keep it classy on this channel. always. So we know that didn't happen. But to tell the lie, and then I make a whole video with receipts about it, and then you tell the lie again, I want to be charitable and think that, you know, sometimes I think people who are oriented towards these sets of beliefs and these identities truly believe that they've experienced something traumatic, and they maybe convince themselves that that's actually what happened in order to, you know, sleep soundly and feel better about the experience. So maybe that's what's happening here. I don't know, but I'm gonna show the receipts. If somebody's gonna lie, we just gotta do it. Okay.
This is my hair before I realized I had wavy hair, and this is my hair after I realized I had wavy hair. I really thought I was gonna have unwanted frizz, tangles, and oily roots for the rest of my life. I have tried so many shampoos, oils, creams, but none of them ever worked long term. However, after a recent salon visit, I found out I have wavy hair. That's when I decided to switch up my hair care routine and finally try Pros, which, let me tell you, has completely changed my hair for the better. Their hair quiz asks about my hair type, goals, and even lifestyle questions like how often.
Thing is,
Who is Buck Angel?
This thing,
Conservative trans
Yeah.
man, ex-porn
fool.
star.
he's a fool. He's a damn fool.
That's a crazy conservative trans man.
Yeah, he was the character. in
Also
porn.
doesn't like to pay his bills. Remember, we have an
Yeah.
episode on him because
have
we actually
proof of
invited
that.
his ex-best
so
friend.
he was
to-
a character that.
You invited his ex-best friend on the show. I don't know about their drama with Buck Angel, but I do implore all of you to go and watch the video, any video of Buck Angels, or any video, maybe even the video where Blossom and Buck Angel appear on my channel, and watch the true emotion pour out of Buck Angel as he's explaining his transition, how it has negatively impacted him from a health perspective, what he wishes other trans people and people who are struggling with gender dysphoria to hear before they make these life-altering choices, and literally brought to tears, not over anything that Blossom said, but his own experience and like the own peril that he's faced with this identity crisis. And it's very real. And this is somebody who is living in a transsexual identity. He is identifying as male currently, although acknowledging that he's a biological female. So I don't know why this would be something to sneer at. This is somebody who is effectively part of your community, although from a different perspective, a perspective that we're not willing to highlight these days. And he's literally just saying, if you make these choices, here's what can happen to you. And Buck says that as somebody who ultimately is happy about having made the choice to undergo a sex change. So why the animosity and why the anger and why this aversion to warning people about what they can face on the other end of these choices? It's very, very strange to me, which shows me that you are ideologically possessed, and you're not really worried about what you're saying impacting the lives of other people.
That he was like the only trans man that was in adult entertainment. So
He's not the one with the letters, is he?
No, he's just he just has a
Is he
annoying
old?
voice.
No, okay.
But, yeah.
Okay.
But in this particular debate or whatever, Buck Angel acted like he was crying, which he was not. There was no tears in his eyes. I felt really gaslit
Her
and
outfit
really
is
ganged
ugly.
upon because I had destroyed her in the first debate, which is the reason why, in my opinion, she slick asked me to come over to her side. So I understand 100% what you're saying or whatever like that. In my opinion, I think she's a snake, and I think that she cannot uphold her own. So I would watch firsthand and front row you destroy her in a debate. But the thing is,
She's a grifter and her fits are whack. You're basic as fuck.
yeah, she is. I'll be honest.
I mean, does it hit the same way? Do you feel good about it? So far, we've gotten grifter, which is just the equivalent of somebody changed their mind and is now speaking about it. I've been called Aunt Jemima, which, for those of you who are unfamiliar with what the Aunt Jemima insult is, you're essentially calling somebody a mammy, which is a house name. I'm going to say the word just so you feel the real weight of the accusation there. And what she's effectively saying is you are a black person who has an opinion outside of the box that we've created for black people. And we're going to talk about racial identities here in just a moment. And because of that, you're a mammy. You're an Aunt Jemima, and you're a coon, I believe, is the word that she's used. And if you really delve into that insult, it is a racist insult. So while they're accusing me of being a race traitor of some sort or abandoning black people or biracial people, whatever you want to say, they're effectively being racist.
The biggest racist.
And this is the thing. Both of these people are actually welcome on the channel. Blossom, you are welcome on the channel anytime. I don't know what her name is. She is welcome on the channel anytime and we can duke this out. But just so you know, before we get into the debate where you can lay the ground rules and you can have the floor, we got to address at least the Aunt Jemima Kuhn accusation, and we'll go back and forth on that. Because if you say you're willing to be on the channel and have a conversation, you found the right one. Because I will platform this. I think these ideas need sunlight, and I will give you the sunlight. I will give you the audience to watch it, and I hope it goes outside of my audience to leftist audiences as well. Please invite every single person who you know who has an ideology that's different than mine to watch and engage with it, because I'm more than willing to talk to you, even with all the insults and you calling out my outfits. I mean, you're welcome here on the show.
With you, she quite is, because she's gone back and forth whether she's gone back and forth saying, in our episode I think she was saying something about, I'm biracial, and then in that particular episode I'm a black woman. And it's like, well, make up your mind, because you criticize and you look down upon other people who've expressed who they are in their identity. So sis, make up your mind.
Okay, let's clear this up really quick. I'm not really understanding where this argument is coming from, but just to clear the air, guys, I am biracial. I think you can guess that by looking at me, which means I'm half black and I am half white. So if I said that I'm white, or if I said that I'm black, or if I said that I'm biracial, all of those things are true. And interestingly enough, I think what they're getting at is you can identify with your blackness when it feels like it's advantageous for you. And I can let you into the thought process there. It has nothing to do with that. It's more so to do with leftist ideology and woke ideology and what we are contending with on this channel, because oftentimes you'll hear from these people who relegate you to your blackness. They'll say things like this young woman just said, you're an Aunt Jemima, you're a coon, you're an Uncle Tom, which is essentially a black person who has betrayed their race for the sake of white people and engaging with and maybe gaining some of the privilege that they have. So you've taken me and placed me in the category of blackness, which is where I'm at, 50%. So we can say I'm a black woman. But they'll say these things like, you're still an N-word no matter what. The entire world sees you as black, and they're laughing at you effectively behind your back, which is what Eminem said about Candace Owens in his most recent album. So you're the one really centering the blackness into the conversation. The only reason we talk about race at all on this channel is because it's been such a focal point in the cultural zeitgeist that exists in this modern day and age.
But it was so funny because I told Shane when you were coming, she reminds me so much of her, but I think she's a beautiful spirit, a beautiful soul. I loved your energy in that video. I thought that you were fantastic. I thought all of y'all were fantastic. I love the way you were running in that video. You were running to that chair, and I just want to know what was going on in your mind when you were doing that. Like, what?
Okay, and that's the extent of the clip, guys. That's what they had to say about me on this podcast. Now, just for some closing thoughts here, I've yet to hear a single actual point of something I've said that they have a problem with, other than she changed her mind at one point in her life. She is black and also biracial. I don't like her outfits, or her personal style is different than my own. And she is an Aunt Jemima Kuhn bitch. Was that the proper phrase? It's just so interesting to hear it said out loud, because I'm sure they're like, I'm going off, I'm eating her up when it's being said, but when you hear it, said back to you. But again, despite all of that, each of you are welcome on this channel, all three of them that made me the focal point of this conversation. You may come on this channel. If you all want to come on at once and you guys can collectively decide on a topic to debate me on, and since two of you are trans, and maybe we can make it about trans ideology. Since two of you are people of color, maybe we can have it be about that. Since all of you are members of marginalized communities, maybe that's what the discussion can be about, because you can all speak from your personal experience. The floor is yours. And I'm gonna make sure we really wrap this up in a neat bow, okay? Because I can see that there might be on the other end of this, I don't wanna debate somebody who has views like her, for I don't wanna give it a further platform. Well, in this case, it's my platform. You are welcome on it. And let's not get the invitation lost in the mail, or the response to the invitation lost in the mail. DM me particularly on X. Okay, go to the Elon Musk platform, send me a DM. You guys can even let me know a few dates and times that work best for you, and I'll even tie both hands behind my back and do a little tap dance like the Aunt Jemima coon I really am. Okay, pick the topic, let me know, or we can debate in the style that you all seemingly like, which is ad hominem attacks and making fun of each other's personal style. So put together a few outfits and we'll roast each other for an hour if that's how you prefer to spend your time. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll let you know if we get any responses from any of these individuals. I have a feeling much of this conversation was just to get the engagement and get the platform. So here, I've delivered it on a silver platter, just like an Aunt Jemima house Negro would. All right, guys, let me know how you feel about this. If you like this video, like, subscribe, click the notification bell to be notified every single time I post a video for you guys, which is every day. And if you disagree with anything I said in this video, duke it out in the comments down below, but do so respectfully. And Miss Girl, we do look alike. If there is
No, you don't. You're better looking in here. All right, so that's the end of that. Interesting. I did see that episode with Charlie Kirk on that Jubilee clown show, and I did see that that tranny come in with the chair, spins it around, you know, try to exert his masculinity, and it looked really fake. It didn't. Well, yeah, they're all fake. They're all a bunch of phonies. They're all a bunch of like mentally ill people. So, anyways, I'm gonna stop this stream right here now, and for all of you, please like, subscribe to my channel, and leave some comments. And I'm gonna wait and see if these clowns take her up on her offer, and it should be interesting to see and to listen to what they have to say. All right, Anthony, checking out.